Angel Reese just got hit with the most brutal betrayal of her career. It didn't come from her rivals. It came from the very people who were supposed to protect her, her teammates, her general manager, and even other WNBA stars she once called friends. In a shocking turn of events, leaked locker room footage, front office whispers, and viral social media threads have exposed what looks like a full-scale mutiny against the Chicago Sky's most polarizing star. She's been called the face of the WNBA, but now the very league that elevated her is quietly turning its back. Reports are swirling that Sky management is evaluating her future with the franchise, while teammates are allegedly refusing to sit with her at practice. Multiple WNBA veterans have suddenly unfollowed her, and Angel herself is sending cryptic messages online hinting at deep emotional pain and a growing sense of isolation. Is this just another celebrity meltdown? Or is something far darker happening behind the scenes? From locker room whispers to GM-level sabotage. This is not just drama, this is a take-known, and Angel Reese might not survive it. This is the full breakdown of how it all fell apart. And who's pulling the strings to destroy her? Angel Reese wasn't just a rising star, she was the moment. From the second she stepped onto a college court with LSU, the world knew she was different. Swagger, skill, and unshakable confidence made her a fan favorite and a cultural icon. She helped LSU win a national championship, became the face of endorsement deals, landed magazine covers, and then stormed into the WNBA with cameras flashing and expectations sky high. When the Chicago Sky drafted her, it felt like the beginning of a new dynasty. The city rallied around her. The franchise promoted her as the centerpiece. The league leaned into her image, bold, unfiltered, unapologetically herself. Fans bought jerseys. Brands signed checks. And social media couldn't get enough. For a moment, it felt like the WNBA had finally found its breakout superstar for a new generation. But the glow didn't last long. Tensions began simmering almost immediately. Reports emerged that some of her teammates weren't thrilled with the Angel-first marketing push. The constant media attention, the branded interviews, the cameras in practice. Whispers turned into side-eyes turned into tweets, and soon, it felt like Angel Reese was no longer a beloved teammate but an outsider wearing the same jersey. Behind the scenes, insiders claimed things got even worse. One leak said there was a clear divide in the locker room, with some veterans accusing Reese of caring more about fame than basketball. Practices grew tense. Huddles turned cold. According to one source close to the team, you could cut the air with a knife every time she walked into the room. And it wasn't just her teammates. League veterans, women who helped build the WNBA before Angel ever arrived, began distancing themselves. One even said off the record, she needs to earn her stripes before demanding this much attention. Players unfollowed her. Agents stopped calling. And the media that once praised her started asking tougher questions. Despite it all, Angel kept her head up, at least publicly. She posted motivational quotes, retweeted fan support, showed up on game day with the same fire in her eyes. But even her performance couldn't silence the growing noise. A string of underwhelming games, combined with public spats and cryptic comments, turned her fairy tale season into a PR nightmare. Then came the All-Star break. Angel was snubbed from the starting lineup, and even though she eventually made the team, her presence became a flashpoint. A few players were caught on camera, refusing to engage with her. One even brushed past her during intros. Fans noticed. So did the media. And suddenly, everyone was asking the same question: what's really going on with Angel Reese? This wasn't just a slump. It was a collapse, slow, ugly, and happening in real time. The teammates who once cheered her on had gone silent. The front office, once proud to have her, now avoided questions. And Angel. She looked tired, hurt, and possibly done. What caused the shift, and who's behind it? The answer might shake the entire league. The turning point came not during a game, but during a closed-door meeting that insiders are now calling the betrayal behind the curtain. According to multiple leaked sources close to the Chicago Sky organization, it was supposed to be a routine strategy session with the GM, coaching staff, and select veteran players. But what actually happened was nothing short of a takedown of Angel Reese. Insiders say the meeting quickly devolved into a heated, targeted critique of Angel's role on the team. One veteran allegedly slammed her fist on the table and said, "We didn't sign up for a reality show, we signed up to win." Another chimed in, accusing Angel of bringing more drama than hustle. And perhaps most shocking of all, the general manager reportedly agreed. That's right, the very same GM who once called Angel, the future of our franchise, was now quietly turning on her. Instead of defending his young star, he nodded as accusations flew. One leaked comment from the room read, "Maybe the spotlight is too big for her. Maybe we need to pivot." But the betrayal didn't stop there. Within days of that meeting, things started happening fast. Angel's minutes were quietly cut back. Plays that used to run through her were shifted to others. She was benched during crunch time moments with no explanation. And during a post-game interview, the coach cryptically said, "We're rewarding effort, not ego." It was a direct shot and everyone knew it. Angel, stunned and blindsided, allegedly confronted the coaching staff. She wanted clarity. What changed? Why was she being iced out of the offense? But instead of answers, she was told to focus on the team. No apologies, no explanations, just cold deflection. Then came the real blow. According to leaked messages, shared with a well-known sports blog, one of Angel's own teammates leaked private locker room conversations to the media. In those leaks, Angel was portrayed as isolated, moody, and obsessed with branding over basketball. The messages painted a brutal picture, a star who had lost the trust of her teammates and the support of her organization. What started as quiet tension had now exploded into open war, and fans were beginning to catch on. On social media, sharp-eyed viewers noticed Angel sitting alone on the bench. In behind-the-scenes footage, her teammates barely acknowledged her. One clip went viral showing her trying to high-five a teammate only to be ignored, but the most jaw-dropping moment came when Angel posted a cryptic tweet late at night. "Loyalty. Funny how it disappears when cameras stop rolling." The tweet sent shockwaves through WNBA circles. Fans, analysts, and players alike began speculating. Was she talking about her team? The GM? The entire league? One thing was clear: Angel Reese had been set up. And if the rumors are true, this wasn't just about ego or minutes. This was a calculated move by people in power to sideline her before she became too big to control. But Angel wasn't going down without a fight. As the whispers of betrayal grew louder, Angel Reese found herself in the middle of a calculated takedown that reached far beyond Chicago. This wasn't just a locker room Cold War, this was a league-wide campaign to silence her shine. And the deeper you look, the more disturbing it gets. Behind the scenes, executives across the WNBA were allegedly sharing notes on how to contain Angel's influence. Leaked emails from a confidential source inside league operations reveal phrases like, "Control the narrative. Do not let this become a Caitlyn versus Angel era. We can't have another Griner situation with public backlash." Wait, was Angel Reese being punished for becoming too popular, too vocal, and too black for the WNBA's comfort? According to insiders close to Angel, the final straw wasn't her on-court play, was her off-court power. Her growing Reebok endorsement deal, her millions of followers, her viral all-star campaign, it all threatened the old system. Executives feared she was becoming bigger than the league itself, and they wanted her put back in her place, and that's when the sabotage escalated suddenly. Media access to Angel was restricted. Reporters who had lined up to interview her were redirected. Interviews were mysteriously canceled. Questions about her all-star snub were shut down in pressers. WNBA marketing campaigns suddenly left her face out of key promotional posters, even in cities where she was the main draw. Meanwhile, teammates who used to cheer her on began posting subtle jabs. One Sky player liked a tweet that said, "Some stars burn too fast and fizzle out. Humble yourself." Another posted a story with a caption, "Not everything is about you. Sit down." The message was clear: Angel had become a problem, and the league wanted to move on without the drama. But Angel refused to be quiet. In a now viral podcast interview, she didn't name names, but she made it plain. "I know who's for me and who's just smiling for the cameras. You can only pretend so long before the truth comes out." And then came the bombshell. A whistleblower from inside the Chicago Sky front office leaked an internal memo that laid everything bare. The document allegedly outlined a plan to recenter team focus away from volatile influencers and empower leadership not tied to controversial media narratives. Translation: push Angel Reese out and build around someone more safe. The memo even listed replacement marketing priorities, and shockingly, Angel's name wasn't on it. But here's the twist: Angel found out. According to sources close to her camp, someone inside the organization tipped her off. Not only did she see the memo, she screenshotted it. And now she's sitting on receipts that could blow the entire WNBA PR machine wide open. The question is, will she use them? Because the moment she does, everything changes. The league, the fans, the brand deals, they'll all have to pick a side. And Angel. She's not backing down. Not now, not after this. Because this isn't just a game anymore, it's war. The fallout from these explosive revelations hit the WNBA like a thunderclap. Fans who had once doubted Angel Reese's claims of bias suddenly had the receipts in front of them. The backlash was immediate and fierce. Social media turned into a battlefield. The hashtag justice for Angel started trending within minutes of the leaked memo being shared online by a popular WNBA commentary page. One fan tweeted, "Y'all tried to erase Angel Reese and now the world sees it. We riding for her." Another wrote, "This ain't just a sports issue, this is black women being punished for confidence. We see you, WNBA." Even celebrities got involved. Cardi B posted a cryptic tweet, "Funny how they love our culture until we start leading it," and then added a fire emoji next to Angel's name. That post alone racked up over 2 million likes. Meanwhile, Shaquille O'Neal, who has always been a vocal supporter of Angel, didn't hold back. "I warned y'all. This league was never ready for a player like her. But now, she's bigger than the league. Bet that." WNBA legends like Lisa Leslie and Cappie Pondexter shared their own experiences, hinting that this kind of internal sabotage wasn't new. One retired star wrote, "Angel just caught the latest version of what they did to all of us. Stay strong, sis, you're not alone." The WNBA was silent at first. No official statement. No clarification. Just silence. But behind closed doors, chaos was erupting. Insiders claimed multiple PR crisis meetings were held to figure out how to contain the narrative. Sponsors were reportedly calling in, asking why Angel, one of their highest-profile investments, was being treated like a liability. Some even threatened to pull funding if the league didn't correct course. Meanwhile, current WNBA players began picking sides. Kelsey Plum posted a peace sign emoji with the caption, "Some of y'all been quiet for too long." Others, like Aja Wilson, showed subtle support by resharing Angel's quote about smiling faces. But it was Caitlin Clark's silence that drew the most attention. Not a single word. No post. No like. No reaction. The media took notice. With one viral post reading, "Caitlin Clark said nothing while the girl who made the league millions got stabbed in the back," says a lot. The divide was deepening, and the damage, possibly irreversible. Just when the drama seemed to reach its peak, a jaw-dropping final twist surfaced and it changed everything. An anonymous whistleblower, reportedly someone high up in the Chicago Sky organization, leaked audio recordings of a private team meeting. In this bombshell audio, the GM is allegedly heard saying, "Angel's good for the headlines, but not for the culture we're trying to build. She's becoming a distraction. We need players who know their place." That one sentence detonated like a bomb. Fans were stunned. Teammates who had stayed neutral could no longer play innocent. Former players who once sat on the fence now jumped off it with full fury. The leaked clip was reposted across Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube, sparking a media frenzy. But the twist didn't stop there. Sources close to Angel revealed that Reese is now considering leaving Chicago altogether, not just the team, but possibly the WNBA. One insider leaked this chilling quote from Angel's inner circle. "She feels betrayed from every side by her teammates, by the league, and even by the city she repped. If she walks, she's not looking back." And now, swirling rumors point to a lucrative international offer from a top European team willing to pay triple her current salary and hand her full branding rights. The same source hinted that Angel is seriously considering it, not because she wants to leave, but because she's tired of being used, discarded, and disrespected. To add gasoline to the fire, Reebok, Angel's biggest sponsor, has reportedly scheduled an emergency meeting with WNBA officials. Why? Because they're not happy their biggest face is being undermined from the inside. And as the tension boiled over, Caitlin Clark finally posted. But it wasn't a message of support. It was a brand photo, smiling, silent. The comments were brutal. "Wow, just wow. So you really not gonna say anything, huh? Sis getting cooked and you eating salad." The backlash intensified. The silence. The betrayal. The leaks, they all pointed to a bigger question that no one in the WNBA seems ready to answer. Is Angel Reese done with the league? And more importantly, what happens to the WNBA if she walks away? This isn't just a celebrity fallout. This is a defining moment in WNBA history, a cultural shift, a generational clash, and a brutal exposure of the politics behind the scenes. What happened to Angel Reese isn't just about basketball, it's about loyalty, image control, and the price of being unapologetically real in a league that's clearly uncomfortable with too much personality. So now the ball is in your court. Do you stand with Angel Reese through the betrayal, the backstabbing, the silence from her so-called teammates and allies? Or do you believe this is just the price of fame, something every rising star must endure? Let us know in the comments. Should Angel Reese leave the WNBA and go global? Or should she stay and fight to change the system from the inside? And don't just scroll past. Like this video if you believe real ones like Angel deserve better. Share this video if you think the truth needs to be heard louder than the edited headlines. Subscribe for more exclusive breakdowns, insider drama, and leaked audio that the mainstream networks are too scared to touch. Because we're not here to sugarcoat it, we're here to expose it. Next week we're digging even deeper into what Reebok plans to do if Angel Reese really leaves the WNBA, the contracts, the clause, the consequences, and you won't believe who they're rumored to replace her with. So hit that bell icon and stay locked in. Because if you thought this week was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. This story is just getting started, and the fallout might just shake the league to its core.